All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce you to the new Stay Tuned truck. It's a little bit less orange, a little bit less four-wheel drive than the last one, but as you know, Pumpkin's moved on to a new home, but we obviously still have plans for more R&D and bits and pieces on this platform, so we thought this would be perfect. Obviously being single cab, the cab tilts easily, much more access to engine and drivetrain components, because what we've got coming next is a little more intricate than our tuning packages that we've been offering you guys for quite a while. This is going to be perfect. So we get a lot of requests for videos or content on the two-wheel drives as well, and this is still completely applicable to you NPS owners, but this will show the NPR owners and NQR, etc., what we're able to achieve here, and that's going to include what we can do, wheels, tires, suspension, etc. on these guys, which really transforms, as it does in the four-wheel drive models, how they drive. Obviously there's going to be some changes happening here, but for now we thought we would go through, if you owned a truck like this, you use it for work or whatever it might be, what to expect when you drive it on in single day. Let's get a stage one package done on it, and we'll do some comparisons in regards to how they drive. I did one of these videos years ago with Pumpkin, and yeah, it was really, really popular and lots of you guys have watched it, so I thought let's do one, now that we're in 2026, and see what we can achieve, how far we've come, and how easy it is for you guys to transform how these things drive. So really, really keen. We're going to head over to the dyno and get a stage one done. All right, got the single cab NPR on the dyno, ready to make some horsepower. We're going to set some baseline figures, see what it's making standard. I could probably tell you already, but we'll see how we go. Just reading the ECU at the moment. Then we'll throw some magic into the ECU and make some more power, some more torque, see what we can do with the fuel economy side of things, and we'll go from there. So this is just going to be our stage one calibration, like most of you guys have in your trucks, and we'll do a comprehensive suite of testing on that before we go upgrading it any further. Alrighty, I love tuning these things. AC on, windows up, not too loud. We've all warmed up now. What we're going to do, I've been playing around steady state a little bit, just checking a whole bunch of stuff, making sure everything's cooperating. What we're going to do now is we're going to do some power pulls, make sure this thing is producing what we know these produce standard, and then we can continue tuning from there. So let's have a little bit of a look, shall we? We'll bring up some load. This probably won't quite make it past 3. Oh yeah, very good. 84 kilowatts, 508 Newton meters of torque. Now we are in 5th gear. Because of the diff ratio in these, the torque is a little bit inflated. We actually normally run, especially the NPSs, in overdrive, we find it gives it a more realistic torque figure. But for the purposes of this, let's run it in 1-to-1, which is what I've noticed most of the other guys who've started tuning these are running them in. Might as well have a fair comparison. So we've got 84 kilowatts, 508 Newton meters of torque. Let's go again straight up. Eventually. 85.6, 501 Newton meters. And let's go one more time. Get some heat soak into that intercooler. 90 kilowatts, 493 newton meters. All right, we've now got our 3 standard runs, pretty much exactly what they make there. That 90 kilowatt run's a little bit of an outlier. A little bit less torque, a little bit more power. Let's change the scaling here a little bit so we can see what's going on. See how just in here, it made a little bit more. It's carried the same as the rest down here, but just carried a little bit better to the top end for whatever reason. I'd say if I bring up air fuel ratio, it was fractionally richer up top. Yeah, it was. See up here is a little bit richer. No worries. Okay, we've got our baselines. I'm going to throw a base file in this. I'm aiming for basically a stage 1, which is what you guys pretty much all have in your trucks. Obviously some of you have decided to go up to stage 2, but stage 1's just so good. That's where most people end up, which is just really a tune and a cold side pipe. So let's get that together. I'll throw a file in here, do a bit of tuning, and then we'll check back in together and do some comparisons. All right, we're warmed up again. We've done a little bit of tuning. We're going to try and do another power on, although I think it might spin the wheels on the dyno. See how we go. Try and load it up and do a pull. Right, 148 kilowatts, 879 newton meters of torque. Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. Like the lines aren't even on the graph. That 150. Fantastic. All right, let's do another pull. $149.7, 885 newton meters. So a little bit more in the middle that time, basically the same up the top. Again, we're just talking heat soak in the intercooler and slight variances in air fuel ratio and bits and pieces. Let's go one more time. All right, results here from the little NPR. So as we can see, we've got tuned blue solid line for power, red dotted line for torque, and original green solid line for power, blue, light blue dotted line for torque. So we can see here the torque figures, obviously peak of 900 newton meters and 500 newton meters. So again, 400 newton meters at the wheels. Through here, and that holds pretty much the whole time. We're down to sort of 350 odd newton meter gain up the top here, which is around that sort of 2700 RPM. And obviously horsepower, you can see the green line here, pretty nice and stable as you would expect when the torque lines look like that. With a peak, again, similar sort of 26 to 2800 RPM, falls off hard. Same thing here, that starts nice and high, and that's how we get the big torque gains down low. Carries it all the way along and doesn't fall off in the top end like it does from factory. So overall, you know, again, we're talking a stage 1 here. I've noticed there's a few people who've started tuning these things, and it's really, really interesting. Like a lot of the graphs start quite low here and sort of come up to a peak and then disappear again. I've seen a couple of graphs, doesn't matter where from, you know, that do that sort of similar thing. And then there's like this weird spike. I don't know what's going on here, like this little, looks like a ski jump. Comes back down. So I mean, the figures look good when you look at them on a graph, but you go, well, you know, this is down here. But anyway, this is what you're looking for when you're getting your NPR or NPS 5.2 litre tuned. Obviously, we've done thousands of these things now. You know, our stage 1s are an extremely repeatable package, incredibly reliable. I can't wait to take you guys through what we're going to do to this thing Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of stuff planned. Obviously, some of it you've already seen before with our other trucks, but there's some new stuff planned for this, so we can keep developing products for you guys in lieu of our big orange truck.